back in the team. Australians really playing fantastic cricket. Just the one change in their team as well. Ian Harvey comes in for Brad Hogg. Henry, sometimes I feel these early morning games, especially here in India, so there is a disadvantage for the batters there in the middle. Stephen Fleming, an average of 30.87.
Here we go, Nathan Bracken. 2 slips. Well, that one just swinging down the leg side. That'll be a leg by. He's been so good at getting the first ball right on the money Saturday night at the Wankhede. And there it is. We're coming to expect that from Nathan Bracken. Difficult time for opening batsmen.
That's right, Henry. The ball is seaming and 5 off his 9 against Kiwis. But this surface doesn't seem to have that bounce that they had at Faridabad. The bowlers were getting a lot of advantage there.
Harvey back in the team with the spinner Hogg. One run on the board for New Zealand. Williams doesn't swing that, just seems it.
He's a big lad, Williams. Needs some time to warm up. It's the second delivery of his spell. What a lovely delivery that was. Very lucky there, Nevin. Didn't have a very good first game. Went for 67 of his 10, Brad Williams.
That's wide. Well, that's a harsh call.
Right on. That's over. Left hand.
Well, 3 for no loss, New Zealand. 3 sips in position now with Brad Williams operating. And that's very close, and that's that one just popped off the seam. Williams has had it going away, and Nevin caught on the crease yet again. And New Zealand lose their first wicket to Brad Williams.
Did he bowl that one or just kept straight? Was it the surface that helped him? Plenty of help here in the surface. Has bowled that delivery, brought it in. What a lovely delivery. Hitting the middle of the middle stump. Nevin gone for a duck. 3 for 1, New Zealand.
The right-handed Lou Vincent is the next man in, or has he the memory of his last dismissal against the Aussies in the back of his mind? Williams to Vincent. Good line. Good carry. Oh, well, this could be the first run off the bat. Well run, Stephen Fleming. And the crowd respond. You know what's going on. And there won't be a lot of dust coming up around those footmarks today. Oh, that was a swing full of toss. Puts it away, and this will test the speed of the outfield. They won't quite get there. Simons has a good arm, but they'll get 3 easily. 8 for 1. Bracken to Fleming. In the air and caught. Vincent pays for his indecision, and Williams strikes again.
That was a fantastic line. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic. And Ricky Ponting, one of the best in the world in that region, doesn't let it go. Lou Vincent gone for 1, 10 for 2, New Zealand.
Scott Styrus.
Right on over. You got 3 left.
He spent a lot of his time in the middle order. He's at the top of the middle. 250s, 100.
That's wide.
Oh.
He's been bowling these wicket-taking deliveries. He's been wide, offline. Times now that's been gone. It's gone. Wicket number 3 for Brad Williams. And New Zealand in trouble.
Ball just seems to nip back a little off seamer again. That is virtually identical to the Nevin dismissal. 11 for 3. Craig McMillan, the new man, out. Brad Williams strikes for the 3rd time this morning.
That's over, left hand.
Bracken to Fleming, and that's another lead. We've seen a bit of that this morning. We've seen plenty of comings and goings.
That's an excellent shot.
Copybook stuff from the tall left-handed skipper. Good seam position again. The extension end, he got the big stride in. Stephen Fleming, like to see this. Sanjay, I'd like to see a bit more of this for the state of the game. I don't want to say anything like deja vu at the moment. It's incredible how this is almost mirroring. And then if they get a lot of runs, 280, 290, you know the surface is good and you know what you're chasing.
More depressing news for all New Zealand supporters. So after 3 depressing mini cards that we showed you about New Zealand performance against Australia, that's Tom just going for a stroll further accentuates New Zealand's problem against the world champions.
Just a beautiful length, and he's bowled that this morning, Williams. Again, he is on target. And it is difficult batting in these conditions in the morning, but you've got to move your feet. He's gone for another egg. New Zealand 21 for 4.
Chris Keynes has walked in, didn't play the last game because of an injury.
Lovely little line to finish. 21 for 4.
Come back to that and look at it in great detail as the ball continues to seam around. Good delivery. It was pitch full, it was swinging.
Brad Williams. Just probing away. Lindsay Ware, he was the oldest cricketer. It's just a bit too straight. And we'll roll away, despite Bracken's effort.
Just watching the fielder in the DP, just struggled to get his feet moving at the start. Perhaps the outfielders are very thick and dewy in the morning. It's Nathan Bracken there, straying in line on this occasion. Hardly get off the blocks. Nathan Bracken in the end gets to employ the full stretch drive. Good use of the wrist by Chris Keynes. Good follow-up delivery. Wasn't afraid to pitch the ball up. It's in the air, just falling short of point. Reach for that one. They have got the toe end of the bat, and it's a good thing that happened.
Wide of the crease. Good thinking. Doesn't quite come off for Williams. We've got a couple. 28 for 4. It's Australia, so it all happened there in Port Elizabeth, South Africa, beginning of this year. Immediately the leading edge, but it's going to fall safely. And a little bit of fortune, a little bit of that lady luck for Stephen Fleming.
Well, Andy Bickle bowls the first ball of his spell on the mark, and then, as we've seen in the last 2 matches, struggles to gain control through the over, but this is another good delivery. Shaping outside onto the left-hander, just angling away. And he'll have to get onto the onside. Stephen Fleming is a natural onside player. This time, it's a better execution of the shot. Andy Bickle has really struggled in this series to get the line right. It's been inconsistent to say the least, but that was a splendid shot.
Crowd come alive as well here in Pune. It's the danger for Andy Bickle. He just has that natural outswing, which is an in-swing to the left-hander, and pick up off the pads. Easy as you like.
There are a couple of fielders from the slip going up for a leg before appeal. But this is the problem with Brad Williams, and Andy Bickle also creating the same problems here. Straight, and that's how it goes back to the fence. Straight.
In shades of 1995, where he hit so clean down the ground. This is a strength for Chris Cairns. It's slightly too full. That's what he is going to do to you, big fella. A good extension. Just checked the shot, and that heavy blade came down nice and smooth. Straight as a die.
See the Australians trying to keep it full, getting to drive, seaming conditions. There again, wide on this occasion. Gilchrist running towards the bowler. Some advice. He'll get a run, and that's all he'll get. 43 for 4. But I think we'll just try and show you through the thumb cam. Wide ball. That's for the extras keep climbing for Australia, much to the relief or delight for the New Zealanders.
A few more of these from Brad Williams. You just see he tried to bowl the leg cutter there. The fingers breaking out in delivery, just rolling the wrist and the fingers.
Hitting the bat on the ground, the sound is different, and not too much of the surface has come off. That's a good shot. It's a very good shot. No, says David Shepherd. 48 for 4.
Chris Cairns has gone over the top, given it a whip, and he's really flashed hard, given it plenty. That is the danger Australia faces. They don't quite get their line and length right. This man can do it to you. Andy Bickle, short and a little bit wide. It's a big blade. And the 50 comes up for New Zealand. 52 for 4 now. As extras, well, they've rattled up to 20. Yeah.
This is a crucial partnership.
In the air, in the gap. The man gets around, going for the second. Every run is going to count on a surface like this. Chris Cairns has decided to take the attack to the opposition.
Normally works for Chris Cairns. He's that kind of a player who won't let the bowlers dominate. He's not the defensive kind of player. Anytime he feels pressure,
We'll look for 2 once again. Won't get it. It's 55 for 4.
That the Black Caps will look at. Ian Harvey coming into the team after break for 1 match. He didn't play in Mumbai.
what a shot. Just a brief shuffle across. Out-swinging half volley. Very aware of it, Chris Cairns, and just bludgeoned it through the covers.
Absolutely outstanding. Just a loosener from Ian Harvey in the right slot for Chris Cairns, and his eyes lit up. Didn't bother running. Chris Cairns, 4 written all over it. Well, if you hit the right leg, you're going to get some assistance all day. Gone up in appeal for 2 things. One is the leg before, and Andy Bickle for a cotton ball as well.
It's a quick single, a good call, and they make it easily in the end. There is a lot of pace, bounce, movement off the seam, in the air.
It is off. He's got to go for it. Chris Cairns, every time the ball's fished up to him, he's changed his gears, gone for the aggressive shot, and once again made good contact.
Terrific shot. Absolutely straight past the bowler. Between the bowler and mid-on. No defense against that. Over-pitched. Didn't quite get a hold of it. Got the inside half of the bat.
But he's a big, strong man. Good follow through the bat as well.
That'll be another wide. There is a lot of resistance still in this pitch, as long as you hit the right length. Oh! No ball this time. Not settled down to a rhythm at all, Andy Bickle. That must be a major cause for concern for Ricky Ponting. In fact, Andy Bickle is the most experienced of these bowlers.
Big worry for Ponting. Only into the last ball of the 15th. An appeal, and he's been given. So, all over the place, Bickle, but effective with that off-cutter. Once again, another LBW decision goes against Australia. 68 for 5.
Well, the extra balls coming into play, the wides and no balls gives him another opportunity for Andy Bickle, and this time just half forward. And I think that was, if he didn't nick it.
11th delivery of the over that got the wicket.
Once again, there have been plenty of shouts. The Australian faster bowlers have operated in this tournament.
Harvey's getting the ball to move. Undoubtedly, pitched in line, straightening. Did it straighten enough? Was that foot planted far enough? Yes, it was.
Gets off strike, Stephen Fleming. The problem with Stephen Fleming has been...
I think he's pretty aware of that problem he's having as well. Because that is the reason he's keeping his head very much in line with his body. It's a very obvious effort to keep those eyes straight, inhibits footwork.
He's got it away. Oh, 73-5.
Oh, nice area, half.
It's been a windy day here in Pune.
Wait, another wide. And in the air, but safe. Very well timed from Fleming, over-pitched from Harvey. And that's what you've got to do when you get the ball slightly over-pitched, put it away somewhere. Chris Cairns was doing it earlier on. And Stephen Fleming gets it away.
And a little bit more noise from the crowd.
Good shot again, that'll be another boundary. The captain's leading from the front.
It just shows you how quickly the ball goes to the fence. And Fleming just wanted to lean on this and just go with the swing. Effortless, just helped it on its way, really. It's the danger again, just showing you that really this track, perhaps the game had started at possibly 10 a.m. a little bit later. Happy people. In the air for a while. Ends the over, still 86 for 5.
Here we go. 2 men out deep and 3 inside the circle on the leg side.
Great work, Ian.
Fielded.
Well, he's done the other elbow, it looks like. Just raises in this part of the world tend to last, and that probably will for the rest of the tour for Harvey. I often see the players also wearing the gauze bandages on elbows and knees. 87 for 5.
Oh!
And gets him off that. Slight misfield, thought about 2. It's not, it's 2 fat ladies.
That's all right.
Simons, Fleming, and he pays the penalty. Again on the leg stump. It's just so strong off his pads.
Simon should know that. He's played against these two before. And Oram. I just love it there, left-handers in the slot. Just a little pick up off the hip. Flick of the wrist, and away she goes.
Now that's a mistake by the bowler. New Zealand seaman's got a bit of use of the deck and just chipped away. They've taken the slip out, so any glide on the offside there has now become fairly safe.
Staggering. Harvey continues. I believe the world record, Henry, is 38 in the
No ball, that's probably okay, but all the W's.
Darling half.
Harvey just opens up his wounds again.
batsman can play their shots, and then he's put it down. Now Harvey's going to be disappointed because I think this carried.
Yeah, look, I don't think it did. Fortunately, we'll get another look at this. He's standing rather deep there too with Harvey bowling mediums.
In Brisbane, 1989, I've been told by Dina Gupta. So a bit the way to go there. Just wonder. And, single to complete the 24th over. It's 96 for 5.
Andrew Simons continues, and that's wide and got the treatment. 100 up for the Black Caps, and in style.
It certainly was. You know, he can play like this, nice light up, and it's the width factor. Stand and deliver, and play almost, well, baseball type shot. Cross-batted, smashes this into the outfield. Oh, you take 4 and be happy here. Thick inside edge, can't set a field to that one.
That's almost 5. It just missed the lid. They're happy. He's happy. We've no doubt as to who's supporting. Let's have a look at this. So that cross-patch shot again, and the underneath edge eludes Gilchrist and just passes the helmet. And that's a good shot as well, straight back down the ground. They could get pulled up. No, well timed, Jake Gorham. Under an 8 for 5.
After 25 overs, still a lot of work to do if they're going to make this competitive. And Jacob Oram is starting to well, get into stride. The scary thing is, I think Australia can have a bat, and this pitch will have had a lot more sun on it. It's a very fast outfield. So nicely bowled. Quite getting that Stephen Fleming. Pick up a couple. Change of voice in the commentary box. And never seen as with the very dapper.
Is a fantastic batting track. There it goes. One bounce to Damien Martin just for a single. Not too risky for a single there.
Still something there for the bowlers. Not yet where the batsman can rule.
Well, Jacob Oram a little uncomfortable there, just like David Shepherd is at 1-1-1. You see him hopping around. He's not very comfortable when the Nelson is on the board.
There'll be 2 men hopping around. Jacob Oram has just got one, the groin, inside edge, but they're still hurt.
In the morning, and I thought that New Zealand, if they bat first, would require 250 on the board to pose any kind of problems for the Aussies. So that is what Stephen Fleming must be looking for. The pitch is getting better for batting. That's poor cricket. 1 extra run for the Kiwis. And that was Brad Williams. Pick up and throw from the boundary.
Because it's going to be difficult from now on for New Zealand to hold the upper hand. Should get one. We'll think of the second, but one attempted. 115 for 5. Michael Clarke, the last time he had a ball in India was... He should get 2. He's played it wide to that fielder at long off. Big giant strides from Jacob Oram, and he'll reach comfortably.
Steps. He just goes with the rhythm, and the middle part he sprints. That is 7 steps. 28 overs gone, 121 for 5 Kiwis.
121 for 5. Big moving drive. Get a single.
Sanjay talking about one-day international starting at 8:30 in the morning.
The sunrise is going to be very early in Guwahati. Got an awkward bounce but did well. Fielder at lock on at the domestic level.
Catch!
Chipped it over, he's found again. That's four. Nicely controlled shot by Jacob Oram, who's had an impressive beginning to this innings.
That was very, very sweet. Lighting the ball, using that gap over mid-wicket. The ball was in there, but he knew exactly, Jacob Oram, what he was doing.
Good change of line by the left-arm spinner on that occasion. 129 for 5.
Bickle now after the rings.
That's why they're placed on top of the points table. Much better over. 130 for 5.
Up around, boys! Ready, no!
And where did you learn that, Manning? Australia is looking to do with their next set of youngsters, encourage the ambidexterity, as they call it. It's gone up in the air. He's going to be out. He won't miss that. Ian Harvey is the catcher in the deep. Stephen Fleming's worked so hard for this innings. It's an important contribution, but may not be enough for his team.
Well, that was a bad shot, I would say. He's been there, concentrated so hard for so long, and then an easy catch there for Ian Harvey. So that's a 6-wicket gone for the Kiwis. The Kiwi skipper gone for 40, 130 for 6 New Zealand.
130 for 6. Chris Harris gets off the mark with the first ball that is faced. Chris Harris. The score moves on to 131 for 6.
Very good deflection. Go to the boundary anyway. Wide signal.
Well, there's been a few of these today. Some disciplines of bowling both sides of the wicket. It's the one for concern. Little outside edge. Just chalk this one up. Cue in for big Jake Oram. Takes him on 37. I'm interested to see the way he plays. I think he's got to keep going, Laxey. Keep going and let Harris noodle it around a bit.
The 6th boundary for Jacob Oram. Plenty of width provided. Slashes hard, as they normally do in one-day games. And he's good to get on with the game from the moment he came in. 37 and 50 balls, strike rate of 74 is good. But Chris Harris will take some time to settle down, so it's important.
Nice of it to stay till the death. 33 overs gone, it's 141 for 6.
Over.
Well, this match surprised the fielder, getting back to the point that we were making earlier. So a lot of people believe the left-handers have a much better chance of success against the leg spinners. This one was in the slot. Michael Bevan certainly serving a boundary there. Goes to the slash, square on the field this time. Another boundary for him.
Can't give this man width. Well, for that matter, any left-hander. At this pace, that's what's going to happen. Up and under, over the top, and a lot of power. Another day, well, quicker bowler.
Very nicely stroked once again, and looking in very good touch. 146 for 6. Not much of a difference for Jacob Oram. And he's quite the man that the Black Cats would like to stay right through the 50 overs.
And welcome back, Brad Williams. Just a half volley by any means. Foot wasn't there, but just the extension, the head still. And he knows as soon as that beat the field, there's a way to the fence. lovely piece of timing. That's a beauty. It's the problem for Chris Harris just starting his innings. He's only faced 3 balls. And Chris Harris, he's got this habit of tending to play with his pads a lot. It's the classic length for Harris to get into trouble with. Feet don't quite go early enough. This cuts him in half nicely. Good move from Williams. Right arm around. Just wants to close those angles down and quicks. Here's his feet. Very similar to those days of '96, but he has to go. He hasn't got it clean. He's got it at the base of the bat, and all he's done is get caught on the boundary.
And the bowling change works. He's excited. A fifer for Brad Williams. Well, not very often does it happen. Chris Harris giving the charge and finds Harvey in the deep. So he's gone for 1. And New Zealand on deep trouble. 151 for 7.
Young Brendan McCullum makes his way to the centre. 151 for 7. That's a good start from Simons. Just ruins about 2. It's not there. It's 152 for 7.
Right hand.
Well, the pitches we've been talking about right through the test matches and the one-dayers.
End of some good bowling. He's tried the pull shot, very ambitious, and into no man's land. Bracken can't quite get there, and Harvey's going to tidy up. He does love to go for it. Brendan McCullum backs himself as a happy hooker.
Well, almost picked up a 6th wicket, Brad Williams. No control from McCullum, but Nathan Bracken and the man in the deep picked it up very, very late. In fact, was looking at Ian Harvey to go for it. Too late to react and not getting to the ball. Eventually, 2 runs off it. Good effort from this man, Brad Williams.
And yet again, Harry Herron with the arms outstretched.
It's gone over the top, and it's gone all the way. 6 to finish the over. 161 for 7.
Well, it's all happening here in Pune.
Oh, this was a beauty. From the sweetest spot of the bat, and it's gone a long, long way. Using the bottom hand to good effect, generating a great deal of power. Full control from Brendan McCullum. That would give him a lot of confidence. Sheikh Warren still picking up the singles. He's quite happy to give the strike to Brendan McCullum.
One more ball and Simon's over. And he picks up his 50. Good half century. Good fighting one for the big fella. 166 for 7. °C. Full width from Mr. Williams.
This is a superb stroke. Very, very elegant and graceful.
Brendan McCullum just starting to ruin those figures of Brad Williams. So decided to go fuller here, Williams, just to maybe hit the seam, get a little bit of movement, try and look for that outside edge. And that bat swivelling around on the hand.
Over the top. The result will be the same. 1 bounce into the fence. Consecutive boundaries for Brendan McCullum.
Brings up the 50 for Brad Williams' analysis. He's got 5 for 50. And Brendan McCullum, everything's slightly up in that zone. We saw that from Chris Cairns and also from Jacob Oram in this innings. It's just a little too full, and the New Zealanders are going to go over the top. Lovely stuff. finishes with a corker, Williams. 76 for 7.
Will look for the second. McCullum running it hard. Bevan was good enough.
21, 68 for 5. And McCullum gets on with this, likes it there. Cannot bowl on this man's legs.
Bevan has a bit of ground to cover. Directed, no. McCullum gets in the way. Not a bad thing to do.
Smart thing to do. And Williams knows it. So, got all the way down there and was shaking hands with the bowler, Brendan McCullum, and decided to run the line and got it fair and square in the left shoulder.
It's one for him in one-day international cricket.
It's gone fine. It's another 4 for McCullum. Going to be such a pivotal innings for New Zealand.
I think the Black Caps have got the batting all the wrong way around. We know this man opens the batting in provincial cricket in New Zealand. But not only has he got a good technique, he hits the ball hard. Say stroke that.
They need quick start. McCullum continues to impress. Another 4 in the over. New Zealand now heading towards a decent total here. 191 for 7. Just the 2 overs here. Jacob Oram has played an uncharacteristic shot, but he lost the result.
This is terrific batting tactics when a bowler comes on for a new spell, getting first ball. Bowler's been out there for some time, he's had a good look at the bowling, he's sees the bounce and pace of the pitch. First ball the pickle comes on, yeah, give it to him. Very good aggressive thought process, a good result.
Great shot. That's a 6. This is a great revival for New Zealand. Brings up the 200 as well.
When I was on with Danny Morris an hour or so ago, we speculated that 200 would be a good score, that New Zealand were fighting their way back into the game, and they were 90 odd for 5. Well, now they're probably looking at 230, 240.
And even a Yorker is providing runs for New Zealand. Inside edge, 2 more. Partnership as well, reaching 50. He's gone for it again. 1 bounce into the advertising hoardings. Jacob Oram continues to roll on.
Andrew Simons goes, the Yorker gets it wrong, knee high, and that's a good shot to get your body out of the way to swing the bat through.
Straight into his ribs, but that will earn New Zealand a run. So that's got to be a no ball. Gave some time to cool himself.
And they do catch you by surprise when they're that high. Simons has gone to follow him. He's giving himself some room, and Simons, I'll follow you, but just got it all wrong. And above the hip, there's a problem there.
Now, yeah, 2 more runs for New Zealand. Nathan Bracken may have done well. The third umpire will confirm that. For the moment, it's 2 runs. Hit straight, and there's the Oram power behind it. Another boundary. This is turning out to be a great phase of cricket for New Zealand. last half an hour of the innings completely different from the first half an hour of the innings for New Zealand.
Oh, it's a super piece of timing. Doesn't overdo this.
There he goes again. One bounce into the stands. Andrew Simons has conceded 3 fours. Bowled a no ball, a wayside full toss and a couple of more runs. So 14 runs already from the over. Eventful over. Good finish for Andrew Simons. And again, that's a nice gesture. Says sorry again for hitting him on the ribs. But that's a good finish for Australia. And a big over coming to an end with a wicket. And what a hand Jacob Oldham has played.
To 19 for 8. Terrific innings.
Flashing square cut. Fielders should get around it. Good job done in the deep by Michael Clark. 5 overs to go, 222 for 8.
Over. It's right.
Andrew Simons is pretty adept in the deep. Just the 1 run.
Average of 10.8. Well, that doesn't tell you a lot. It probably says
23 at the moment. Said before, he's open for New Zealand before. So although he's come in at number 10 for New Zealand, can bat a bit.
And once again, a mistake by the bowler. Potting has mid off up to save a single to try and keep Vittori on strike. But that's not a Yorker. That's over pitched, and that's not where you want to bowl at this time of the innings. And Vittori, as Sanjay says, he can bat. He puts those away.
Waited completely. And the length was a little shorter, foot shorter. Again, beautifully played. He's as straight as a dart. It's another 4 for New Zealand. This tail is certainly wagging.
He put away, but a half volley again. You can't hit the pitch to that. It's Yorkers or change-ups.
Will get another run. Take the score to 235 for 8. Again, looking to hit straight was Daniel Vittori. McCullum will come back for the second, comfortably at that. Will get a run. There's a good Yorker piercing it. 2 overs to go, 241 for 8. Again, a whip with the bottom hand. Taking the fielder on for the second. Waited on it. Could go to the boundary now. Michael Clark does a good job there in the deep. 2 more runs to Daniel Vittori. Bowling, not so perfect this time.
Nice cameo from Daniel Vittori, and this time he tries to hit the Yorker across the line and pays the penalty. 246 for 9.
Nathan Bracken has been just picked up delightfully by McCullum for a 4.
Well, McCullum knows what's coming, the Yorker. And he knows exactly the right shot to play to it. Look at that outside off-stump, that's a terrific stroke. Just got to be careful you don't hit it up your left nostril.
the fielder on. Maybe in two minds was Simons with the throw, eventually ending up just in the middle of the pitch. Twice in 1 over. It's quite amazing. Brings up the 50. And the Indians are very happy with that. They love these milestones, the 50s and the 100th, the cheering.
A good partnership with Jay Gorham. Bit of invention at the close.
So after Jacob Oram, it's the turn of McCullum to get his highest one-day score for McCullum. Goes quickly to Simons. So the last ball has been bowled. McCullum remains unbeaten on 51. Darryl Tuffy gets off the mark with 1, with New Zealand batting first after losing the toss. 258 for 9 of their 50 overs. 58 for 5. They've finished up with 258 for 9. Jacob Oram 81 of 87 balls. McCullum remaining unbeaten. What was a really delightful innings, 51 of 47. Fleming at the top, drafting his way to 40. Extras 38 for Australia, so that's becoming quite a habit with Australia. Bowling was inconsistent. Nathan Bracken economical again. 5-4.
75 matches, terrific strike rate, and in fairly good touch in the TVS series. Matthew Hayden, better average, that's a strike rate. That probably is indication he's a specialist.
He's got a rhythm in the Test series. Starts immediately with that length.
Fleming's only got the 2 slipped in at the moment. Gilchrist pulls, but he has got man out deep backward square, and that'll beat him because he's got well behind square.
No, it wasn't. He's in such fine form. How the bat swiveled in the hand at the point of contact. It's Adam Gilchrist. Saw what he did at Mumbai, Faridabad. It's just that sort of talent.
Down the leg side, might be leg buys. Whatever it'll be for. No, it's runs by Harry Haran. Went quickly.
The outfielder's got that much quicker. Just a little feather on that, a little tickle, perhaps. So it'll go to batter. Be pleased about that, Adam Gilchrist.
No. No!
I had 2 mouthfuls of the ice cream till you told me not to have it.
Millen possibly. It's nice. Easy as you like down the ground for 4.
It's almost a defensive jab. A short follow through. It's a big heavy bat. So powerful.
Well saved. Yeah, acknowledge him. I think that'll be right. We'll come back after this over.
Darryl Tuffy to Adam Gilchrist. Good delivery. Just a bit of swing in the air, safe. Well, it just went over Darryl's Tuffy head.
The leading edges when he began his innings. Again, another left-hand opening bowler. Good seam position. The old shovel shot out. Leading edge. Fraction early on it. Survives.
And you bowl short or you bowl wide. He'll be punished to the maximum because a deep backward square leg. A hit ball is a single. A hard hit ball will be saved.
No!
And the mid-on, who's...
Had a pinch, he might throw another 5.
Yes.
The man back on the fence is McMillan. Sweeper out there.
Top edge, safe.
And this is why it's a score of 258 said might be a mere formality. That might sound a bit pessimistic from a New Zealander's point of view, but this is why. These two, and especially Gilchrist, so unorthodox at times, but he goes for it. He's positive and he has a real good go at it.
Short top edge, no fine leg back.
Because you've got the fine leg up, and Jacob Oram, he's not that quick. Yes, he gets bounce, but with Lou Vincent up inside the circle, or on the edge of it, it's just a freebie. Because he got a top edge, didn't matter.
It's not bad bowling a bouncer if you've got fine leg back and it's part of your tactics, not a problem at all. Leg up. Short wide and well fielded. That saved the bowler another 4. Chris Harris, we've talked about that spot. A hard hit ball behind point is saved.
Quite outstanding there over the years, Chris Harris. Not getting any younger.
Well, short again, they go hurry through for a run. There's some glove, no glove. Oh, pad.
His style of players in the New Zealand game. Fuller. And well stopped. Vincent there. Thought about one. And Hayden sent Gilchrist back. Good stuff from Louis Vincent. Crowd comes alive. Bit of hype.
Well, the oldest player, then one of the youngest players saves 4 runs. This is in the air, it's going over, yes! Well, not particularly well hit. Just the
Sounded like you were living that dive nicely. Just enough. Pick outside edge, but that's what scares me with these two. On this pitch, great conditions to be batting now. And they've got enough on it, Gilchrist, to, well, almost go for 4.
That'll be a lead by. Gilchrist missed an opportunity there.
It's 5.1. Oh, and this is a beauty. You really can't bowl there at this sort of pace. Nicely fielded as well.
You cannot bowl short to this man unless you've got adequate protection, and the ball boy's not adequate protection.
Those men, those particular two, are express and up there. Brad Williams, he used to be a bit tasty, didn't he, until his back problems.
Silver.
34 for no wicket.
In the corridor. Not there. He's lucky again, it's Vincent, because he is quality.
He's got some territory to cover out there. Just 2 men inside the circle on the leg side, and he's the one in front of the wicket. He's at a wide mid-on. Next man closest to him was Chris Kent, so the field's changing as I speak. And this is in the air, this will be out. Victoria won't have any problems with that. The first wicket falls. Duffy strikes. Aggression not paying off for Gilchrist this time.
Daryl Tuffy's got his length right, he's stuck at it. And Gilchrist continues to want to go inside out a little bit. Backs swivel in the hands. It's gone, caught by Vittori. He's gone for 25. It's 31 for 4. The Australian skipper is out in the centre. Good average, good strike rate. No talent. I'll leave that alone. That'll probably be a wide. Harry Herron has been a busy boy. His arms out again.
In dismissal position.
Well, that's got me out of my seat. That is a beauty. Really is, and he'll be enjoying this, Daryl Tuffy. Get rid of one of the left-handers. There's no doubt that he likes and prefers to bowl to right-handed batsmen. He bowls more of those, he's got a chance.
But when you have a short ball like this, not got to watch that too much. He's going to hit that for 4.
Matthew Hayden this time making use of the opportunity. It's not very quick. 131 Ks. And the wicket's turning out to be a beauty. Plenty of time, and Matt Hayden, a tall man, gets into good position. Knows there's no protection fine on the onside.
39 for 1. There again, getting onto the front foot, puts the ball in the gap, gets off the mark with that single. And to the quickest bowler in the world, he's not afraid to do it. Front foot coming right across and well down the pitch.
Also looking at the shot, extra covers, playing it very late with soft hands. Edge and taken comfortably. Darryl Tuffy is the strike bowler for New Zealand, and he loves conditions like this. The regulation delivery, the length was perfect. The no man's land was Matty Hayden, and a straightforward catch to Starters. He doesn't miss many. Gone for 9 is Hayden. Jubilant Tuffy. It's 40 for 2.
Darryl Tuffy having picked up his second wicket. Damien Martin has walked in and immediately is off the mark with 2 runs. Made the contribution. Came late in the order this time, but they look for 2. Daniel Vittori after that, after the fumble. 9 overs gone, 44 for 2. Bad start for Chris Gaines. Although it slowed down to a great extent as it came close to the rope. 4 runs anyway for Ricky Ponting.
He does get a long way forward and also across, which enables him to play through the mid-wicket area. Steady head, good balance. Good execution, nice timing and brilliant placement. Loves the shot, Ricky Ponting.
Fielder who has been placed just in case the ball stays in the air for a while. Oh, beautifully played. This is a bit of subcontinent stuff. Whipping a ball that's outside the off stump onto the leg side. There you are. He's on his way, Damien Martin. Wasn't going to take long. 100 in the last match on a difficult pitch. His confidence is sky high at the moment.
Well, Darryl Tuffy, seeing him play the last ball, tended to pitch it further outside the line of off stump, providing him with the width. And bang! Damien Martin clears the man at point, just making sure it doesn't stay too close to the delivery to free his arms.
Big inside edge. What a wicket this is for New Zealand.
A lot dependent on this partnership. A perfect leg, playing away from body, thick inside edge. And Tuffy's done it again. His 3rd wicket in his 6th over. 54 for 3.
Michael Clarke is the new batsman. He's got 2 50s in his 7 matches. First ball for Michael Clarke.
Good lad. Come on, boys.
11 overs gone, 54 for 3. Chris Gaines struggling with the line at the moment. Position at that bonus point would be likely, not for long, if he starts batting like this. Ricky Ponting with a pull shot. He had all the time in the world.
Runs continuing to flow. All this is asking for trouble. Halfway down the pitch, and Ricky Ponting is the kind of player, even on the quickest of pitches, is a very good puller. Has ample time on this Pune beauty.
That was a great adjustment there by Ricky Ponting. Cracking shot. Such an attractive player.
And the moment he picks the leg, you see the leg reacting automatically. This time the ball is pitched up. Transfer of body weight into the shot. 58 for 3.
Right there.
Chris Gaines continues. What a shot. That's a picture. Chris Gaines will have to quickly do some thinking here.
Will have anybody thinking 4 men inside the ring to stop that cover drive. But punter Ponting finds the gap to perfection. Oh, he's such a top quality player. Authentic cricket shots, no slog about it.
This time he gets it on the leg side. He'll get 2 runs for it. Darryl Tuffy has already bowled 7 overs. Another warm-up.
Ponting in this tournament hasn't had much to do with the bat. In the last season and a half, he's grown in stature as a batsman. What a career he's had. 65 for 3.
Scott Styris, well, he missed out with the bat. Can he do it with the ball? Immediately, nice and full. Vincent tidies up.
Go.
Got it! Survivor! Middle stump is gone. That is outstanding. Scotty Styris has done it with the ball.
Just a little while ago, he suddenly got some life in his voice. It's a lovely delivery from Cyrus. Ricky Ponting playing it across. It's the 4th wicket for...
This is right on the money. Again, an ambitious stroke to a ball that has started on about off stump. Just started to come in with the line. Ponting has only been there for 24 deliveries. It's played all over the balance, falling over to the offside.
What a comeback. Ricky Ponting gone for 16, 65 for New Zealand.
Here's Michael Bevan. He's been around a long time, a lot of experience, great average. Channel finished the 15th over. 65 for 4. Starts there. Well, hasn't the game changed? The whole feeling, the whole atmosphere here in Pune. Just starting to get it right. On that occasion, just a bit excited. For 2 Clark and Bevan a quick. To right, Melinda.
16 overs gone, 67 for 4 Australia. And it's drinks.
For 4. Now Australia find themselves in a similar position. Evans after it. Won't go. Comfortable 3, Bevan. With the head. Oh, this is a lovely drive down the ground. Saved certainly 3 runs. They're all tough with that mid off.
Beautiful, beautiful stroke. Just opened the face of the bat, played it towards point. What a great attempt. You have to wait and see when he touched the ball. Was his body touching the rope or not? I'm sure the umpire is going to go to the 3rd umpire. He's coming upstairs. Yes, he is.
It's Ian Butler who was on, substitute fielding. He's a big man, he's pretty athletic for a big fella. Nicely played, and Harris will be a bit disappointed with that. Maybe could have got something else on that. A little bit of a hand. Butler. I think that's 4. He's touching at the point of contact with the rope and his hand on the ball.
That's too big a body to avoid that rope when it is so close to the... That's a boundary for... Elvin. Lovely batting from him. Just opened the face as soon as he saw a little bit of space. Doesn't try to hit the ball too hard. Believes in placements. And brings about a change in the field as well.
Goes to the fence. Very quickly. Got ball to finish the over. 75 for 4.
And that's... This must be very disappointing. Clark wanted to pull this one. The ball didn't really come onto the bat. Very lucky there. Didn't carry to the fielder.
Well, seam upright from Chris Kent. He's banged it in. He's got through the stroke too early and it's hit high on the blade. Very fortunate. Clark to still be here.
That has been pulled and timed well. The outfield a little heavy in that part of the ground. And he's dived into the pool. Well stopped. Saved the run for his team. Lou Wilson, one of the best in the New Zealand side.
Big dive out early. The ball just slowed up enough and then he could flick it back. Just wonder about that left hand. The point of holding on to the ball and then there. Oh, beautifully done. That's a great effort. And really cutting down inside the covers there. Point, extra cover.
Yes.
That off. It's a strong area. It's beaten Harris. Down to Tuffy, they'll be content with 1. His 5th over. Nicely bowled. And thereabouts. Right in this field. Having just congratulated Lou Vincent. Doing a good job in the field so far. bit of misfeel.
A little bit of arrogance. Well, overconfidence there. Bad bounce as well. They put a lot of pressure on the Australians.
There.
End of the 18th over, 82 for 4 Australia. Change in bowling from the far end now. It's going to be Daniel Vettori, the left-arm spinner.
It's useful. Oh, this was close. So easily could have chopped on.
Yeah.
What is good about his bowling is that he swerves the ball into the right-hander and then turns it away.
Cut off that little one off the hip round the corner. Fuller and wider, and really you can't bowl there. And it has just raced away for 4.
This is a very good track that Daniel Vettori is bowling on. So far, whatever tracks he's bowled in India, they've been helping him, but there's not much help here. So he'll have to be very careful his line and length. Got to bowl a little shorter here and try and bowl a little slower. The seam position, nice seam position, and there is turn for Daniel Vettori. Well, he would get turned anywhere. Look at that action. Beautiful rhythm, side-on action. The front foot coming across and pivoting. That should be a dead ball. 19 gone, 87 for 4 Australia.
Too short again. Clark didn't quite get this, but just enough.
Now is he still tired?
Bear in mind, he didn't play in the Test match at Mohali. He was left out, Jacob Oram. New Zealand only played the 2 one-days prior to this, and that one was rained out at Chennai against India. So the game at Fredabad was very short. Should be all right. Edged a little too short, Oram. Australians just love that there.
Wide.
That's a bit of zone to be in. Harris misfields. It's not going to please the skipper or the bowler. Harris usually so good there, and every run vital. That's a bit better than Jake Oram. Get back for 2. That's where you want to be. Just fractionally fuller.
Yeah.
Now 163. 20th over gone. 96 for 4.
Thank you, Danny Morrison. Tory into second over.
Wide.
Well, got through the man at mid-on. He was far too wide. Showing aggressive intent here, Michael Clark.
Clark using his feet. He did call wait, and that was the reason, because the fields was coming.
Oh, once again, just scared the man at mid-on. Well. Daniel Vettori will always think that he's got a chance to get him out if he continues in this fashion.
Certainly taking a gamble here. Against the spin, didn't get all of it. You can see that just half the blade, and just sneaks over.
Wide. There.
Well, this is a much better shot. On the shorter side, waited for the ball to come on to him. Well, he's done this by charging Vettori. So Vettori has been kept thinking now.
Well, Daniel Vettori's bowled 3 good balls and conceded 10. Clark backs away, gives himself room, and just beats the fieldsman again. That's 3 in a row. That slip might have to come out shortly.
Waiting it.
No ball called there. It's really a crime for a spinner to be doing that. But what Daniel Vettori should be encouraged is the fact that certainly going to be a period where the Australians would like to consolidate.
Yeah.
Well, by going around the stumps, he's cramping Michael Bevan for the room that he so very much loves to play square of the wicket in the offside. All the extra bounce there, once again available for the bowlers. They're willing to bend their backs.
Well, this one certainly zips through. Let's have a look at the height here. Clark well underneath it, and McCullum taking it head high. No slips in place when edge does come. Deep cover, fine leg, third man. Deep square leg.
Yeah.
The Australians won't mind the run rate as long as it stays under 6.5, because with the caliber of Andrew Simons. Well, he's found the gap once again. The outfield is pretty quick. Boundary to end the over. It's 113 for 4. Well, 7 times you mentioned. And he's gone for 7 boundaries. Jacob Oram. Not had a good day with the ball.
I think he wishes he had that one back again. How much zip on it. Didn't bang it in to try and get it up head high. I think it was just a long hop. Well, Chris Harris is the man on to replace Daniel Vittori. Very short spell.
Yeah.
Quite surprising, yes, Daniel Vittori. He's gone up in appeal. Didn't hit the bag first.
Same
115 for 4 after 23. We're talking about Stephen Fleming. He's making quick changes.
Yeah. Oh.
On the inside edge. Off cutter, 118 for 4.
That'd be a wide. Yes, it is. Worked to be fine. Does reach the fence. No, does it? Tuffy is a big man. Uses the speed to good effect. What looked like a certain boundary. He's stopped by this tall man.
Well, Daryl Tuffy looks like a rugby man to me, not a soccer man. That's good skills. Struggled a little. Daryl hasn't so far this morning with his 3 wickets, or this afternoon. Well, might be an omen. The All Blacks winning yesterday, coming from behind. Maybe the Black Caps winning here today.
It's going to be close. On for Bevan's end. And not for Bevan. He's the quickest.
Good pick up and throw, but Michael Bevan is quite swift.
Over the top, but just short of the man. Kane's position. What you would normally call a wide long gone. Normally see it for a spinner. We've seen some innovative field setting by Stephen Fleming.
And unfortunately, Clark didn't quite get all of it. Good field placement, good captaincy.
Small for the 4.
Right hand.
Talk about Stephen Fleming's innovative field placing. The last over we saw Chris Gaines at wide long on. That's been one of the keys. Realizes that Chris Harris and Scott Stardust don't have too much pace, and whatever is still short is likely to go in front to square.
Waiting there.
If for me the indication that Michael Clarke is getting a little edgy.
Oh.
128 for 4
Over.
after
Left
27. Been no boundaries in the last 5 overs and will continue to remain that way.
Yes.
Vincent, bang on target. Michael Bevan once again.
That middle stumps take a hammering. Bowlers and fieldsmen will keep knocking it out of the ground. So tough to get Bevan though. Halfway through this run, he looks in trouble. Vincent does it perfectly. Bevan was just about at the stumps.
Yeah.
Cut away. A boundary after 6 overs. It's 135 for 4. Partnership of about 70 of 82 balls. Not too many boundaries. This one came after a long time. Very nicely executed. He's shown a penchant for that area. Michael Clarke looks to be a good player. Square of the wicket on the offside. Over the top and good results. Has it gone all the way? Yes, says umpire. Hurry, hurry.
Bevan really got all of this. This hits the top deck. That landed in the same spot. He blocked.
Well, if he had hit it for 6 earlier, the man would have been out, as he is now. I think he's just laid himself in. This is an excellent shot. I think what he's done there by blocking a few and suddenly going for the big one to surprise the bowler.
A good result from Bevan, and he got the field out as well. He got the mid off, out of the circle, back on the boundary, so he can pick up some singles there a bit easier. Mark on strike.
Oh.
He'll just take the single up to long off. It's 143 for 4.
Yeah.
Good footwork. Big man comes down well on that ball. A couple of more runs to Michael Clarke. Gets close to his third 50 in a short one-day career.
Yeah.
With an aging team, Australia, even their A team is around 30 at an average. This is a real...
Right. Oh. Over.
146 for 4.
Graphs better. That is a great shot. Over the top. That's perfectly executed. Really took him by surprise. Came down the track, positioned himself well, and inside out over cover for 4.
May have been premeditated, but it needs skill and guts to play this kind of a shot. Keeper up to the stumps, always a risky shot, and it looked to give himself a lot of room. He has a lot of faith in his ability.
Oh. Yeah.
Played that fine. They've gone more fine than he had actually wanted it, but 4 more runs to bring up his 50. The boy's grin appearing on his face. He's pleased. That's good for Australia.
As he should be. And he got the standing ovation from his senior colleagues. Wanted to come down the track again, changed his mind a bit, just transferred his weight onto the back foot, played it fine and played it late. That's consecutive boundaries and a lot of pressure on Harris now. Get out of them. New Zealand did it successfully.
Right there.
Australia chasing in reply, found themselves in a similar situation. And now it's pretty evenly poised with maybe, just maybe, Australia's nose ahead.
155 for 4.
Over. Right-hander.
This is about the time when New Zealand started losing wickets again.
Yeah.
I've said that Australia have their nose ahead at this stage, but that could all change, Sanjay, with just a wicket.
Yep.
Singles coming with ease now. As long as Bevan is there, that's generally the trend. He's such an innovator, such a provider of strike to his...
What's bowling left for you now?
Oh.
Another very good shot. Good enough fielding and toying. This man's footwork is very impressive. Either he's looking to drive or he's looking to cut.
And he's making room for himself on the off stump. He's trying to get the gap. He's trying to play it a little fine too. It's not an easy shot to play when you want to play it late.
Waiting there. No.
Again, a good example of footwork. So this youngster is now really looking good.
I think he's a terrific player of spin. Watch this. Stepping out, anything that's tossed up. One that's not tossed up, he stays in the crease, makes room to play on the offside, the square cut. So there's no dead defense offered. There you go. He's taken that on the fall. He's put it where he wanted to. Good finish to the over. Wonder whether he's done some damage to his right hamstring. Presence with this young man is going to be the big strength for the Australians. That's when the twinge came in. Doesn't seem like cramp. That's not the place you normally get cramps. It may have been just a twitch of the muscle.
It's been a pretty warm day. Sun has been bright. Got that bit of a bit of a 6,500 runs or nearabouts.
Use of the feet, no run. Proving from that 162-14. Daniel Vettori continues around the wicket. He left that ball, his foot was on leg stump. Well, he's going to get 4 runs here. But I just wonder whether he's now going to throw his bat around.
Also brings up the 100-run partnership between these two. Beautifully done. Reached the pitch of the ball. Now, this is not an easy shot to play against the turn on a wicket that has some bounce. But he reached the pitch so beautifully with his footwork. Hit it with ease. And again. And this one is into the cloud. The hamstring is, if at all, working for him at the stage.
Well, he's got the hamstring injury. The pain has been incurred on the New Zealanders. Just have a look at this. Great shot. Didn't get to the pitch of the ball. It was all hands. And great ball sense. And a good whip with the wrist. Gets sailing into the stands.
Yeah.
A single to end the over. 174 for 3. I beg your pardon, 4.
Oh, my.
108 runs partnership, and Bevan's contribution is 35.
Inside edge. He saved 4 runs. McCullum is having a good match. Started with the bat. On that occasion, great glove work.
This is terrific reflex.
He's got a wicket. One more by Tuffy. That's a huge relief for Stephen Fleming. Tuffy was in his 9th over. And his overs were running out very quickly, and they've got the danger man in, who was looking to open up. Michael Clark heading towards the pavilion now.
Just as required, Tuffy delivers. He's had 3 wickets. This is the 4th. Clark forcing the issue, not quite in position, playing on the rise.
Boy, didn't that wicket come at the right time.
Seemed to lose a little bit of his concentration, overly aggressive. Ball not quite as short as he expected it to be. Head a little high, trying to hit it too hard. Squaring up Clark. And joy for Tuffy. Brilliant 70 of just 80 deliveries. It's 173 for 5.
Andrew Simons. Now this is 1 wicket the Australians would want very quickly indeed. Darryl Tuffy. He's in his 9th over. He's got another 2 balls to go.
No, mate.
173 for 5.
Right. Over. Left-hander.
The good thing about this Australian run chase is, from their perspective, that Bevan is still there. Now, he's the anchor around which the entire lower middle order revolves.
Andrew Simons gets off the mark. It's like that magic pot from one of those Indian fairy tales that keeps cooking the rice keeps pouring out from that magic pot. That is one reason, but the main reason is that he's just a wonderful, consistent player for Australia.
Indeed, Sanjay, and some would even say that a number 6 position in a one-day game is very, very difficult to actually, is an absolute example for anybody to follow. In the air and put down. Now that can cost New Zealand dearly. It's 176 for 5.
Andrew Simons was extremely lucky. Luke Vincent is the best fielder in the New Zealand ranks. Straight into his stomach, as they say. Those are the easiest to catch, in and out.
Giving the charge. Tuffy gets a bit of hand to it. Does it have enough to get to the fence? Yes, it does. Bevan taking the chances.
Simple fact for the Kiwis is they've got to get this man out. He's the ultimate key to Australia winning this game. He's done it so often in the past. Bevan just getting into his stride.
No!
Lou Vincent, man, doing the fielding there. Quite right, Shiv. Was a shocker.
180 for 5 after 37.
No, mate. They were busy.
Simons can be explosive.
Monday afternoon, getting close to 4 o'clock local time. And the Aussies, well, it's in the balance, this one.
Certainly is. He's slowly but steadily tilting in the Australian favour. Just a little bit of it. Identical shot he played against Ajit Agarkar in the last game, Andrew Simons. Just half foot forward, but hand-eye coordination is extremely good.
Oh, yeah.
Down to third man as well.
Yeah, mate.
Just like this.
Must be a simple game plan for the Aussies from here.
Good Scotty.
Will remain at 186 for 5. Looking for 2.
Yes, yes.
These two are very quick between the wickets. You can hear Andrew Simons the moment he played it. Said 2 there.
Taking the fielders on. And it has to happen now for Australia if they're going to get up. Take these short singles. Styrus, not the quickest, and he's been doing a bit of bowling.
Well, this one once again wide off Chris Harris. And fetches Michael Bevan another boundary, easing things up just a little bit for the Australians.
Well, one feels that New Zealand need to produce some sort of miracle or dramatic piece of cricket to get rid of Michael Bevan. Chris Harris knows it. Just been maybe another 5 or 6 inches his way. Would have pulled off a real spectacular catch.
Duffy has to cover a lot of ground. Has he done it well? Well, he isn't sure. The third umpire will be called for. Well, it'll be an interesting call because Michael Bevan will be waiting for the third umpire to signal a boundary.
This is a good effort from the big fella. If he can just... Well, he's lost the ball back there. I think he might be all right. As long as he's not touching it. I think he might be okay here, Daryl Tuffy. Because the ball had been left behind. So we'll just another possible angle for her. He's happy with it. No, says that's good enough. It's a good effort. And Daryl, you just see the ball got left behind as he skated on through.
195 for 5 after 40.
Right hand. Catch.
Simons has gone wide of mid-on. Enough bad on it. Picking up the boundary the first ball and easing out the pressure.
Spare a thought for Lou Vincent. Put this man Simons down with a straightforward catch at short cover. Now he's having to watch big Andrew Simons fetch the ball outside off stump, put it wide of the man for 4. Australia on target.
Yeah.
Brings up the 200.
70.
Yeah, good.
Three in the ring on the offside.
No.
That's not a bad ploy because Andrew Simons is pretty severe.
Yep.
To Michael Bevan. And no surprises. He's just milked it round and played some big shots. Got a 6, 5 fours in this innings because he's been there at the end. Helped win the game. Down the ground, 1 to McMillan. Think about 2, fumble. And it's just about that body language you're on about, LS. 56 off 51.
Wide.
Pressure mounting on everybody here.
Holes everywhere. Here it comes. This is it. Bingo. It has happened. Outstanding for Chris Cairns. He's deserved that. And it's Bevan. I put down Simons, but it's caught, but it was cute.
Not on the shorter side. A straightforward catch. Was in the air for a long time. Chris Harris is a very safe fielder, and this man has deserved his wicket fully. And could this be the turning point of the match? Chris Cairns striking in his 9th over, and an important wicket for Michael Bevan.
Just prior to that catch, Chris Harris was picked up practicing the reverse cut catch. What happens? How uncanny is that? Goes to one of the best fielders in the game, and he is so delighted.
Michael Bevan gone for 50. It's 204 for 6. Ian Harvey, the new man in, he'll be at the non-striker's end. Single of the last ball. Oh, mix up here. Well. It's all happening here. 205 for 6. 42 gone.
Well, Vincent. Now Oram. Be careful there. And this is an important spell from Oram. He's got 4 overs. Just fractionally under now. He's gone for 39. Spot a little bit too short.
Yeah.
Well, hasn't found the gap. He has. First ball boundary for Harvey. Jacob Oram.
It's a disappointing delivery. The context of the game. It's just a freebie. Short and wide. And cut to ribbons. Didn't have to move the feet anywhere there, Harvey. And he's just come to the wicket, so you want to be putting as much pressure on the new man as possible. Hitting the top of off stump. Just back into the length.
Giving charge. And makes good contact.
Nicknamed the Freak. Some extraordinary things in limited overs cricket. First class level and international level. That is classical stuff. Lovely cover drive. And often he doesn't get the opportunity to come in and do this for Australia. Comes in to try and get some quick runs at the end or...
It's 2-4 for 6.
With Chris Cairns and the keeper up. Simon's happy to dab this to third man. Think about 2, it's not there. 215 for 6 Australia. I'll take you through the last stanza of this exciting match here in Pune.
Ian Harvey was playing for some turn there.
Zealand or Australia, whoever wins this, will not get the bonus point. So that's some relief for the Indians.
Oh, pigeon. Oh, behave.
It's a bit more run pressure on the Aussies.
Yeah.
Nicely struck. Get a run. 218 for 6.
Behave.
The crowd has decided to back the New Zealanders in this close game, and that's for obvious reasons. Australia having beaten their team, their favourite team in the tournament in the last match. They're backing the underdogs.
Yeah. That's straight on. Come on. There you go, Stormy.
2 more runs to Australia. He's played it fine. This time Butler will get around it. So 4 runs coming from that over. 222 for 6.
Harry.
Huge cheer from the crowd for that dot ball. So no doubts in anybody's mind which team the Pune crowd is supporting here.
They're pensive. The ship's pretty under control.
Down very quickly to sweep the cover. Chris Nevin is the fielder. A relay throw from the New Zealanders, but comfortable 2 runs. So the couples are coming quite frequently for the Australians. Very early. Simon's innings in and out for Lou Vincent. Not connected it well enough, so he spotted an opportunity to come back for the second.
Craig McMillan's the man down there who nearly took Daniel Vettori's. Any of those could decide the game.
Another widest delivery on the offside. Failed to score on that one. As you said, Ian Harvey not in the greatest of form with the bat. Bowled well enough on this trip. Pressure on the men inside the ring who were there to give away the single. Superb shot, 1 bounce. Ian Harvey has taken full toll of that juicy full toss from Jacob Oram.
Absolutely mouth-watering. And this is Harvey's power arc. The Black Caps have done their homework. He hits the ball hard, over and through extra cover, and that was in the exact spot to hit it hard. 1 bounce.
Not timed well enough, but he'll keep the strike. 4 overs to go, 231 for 6. Straight to the fielder. This time, Ian Harvey has managed to pick up Scott Cyrus in the covers. This match is still alive. 7th wicket gone.
Extra covers his power zone. He hits this well, but picks out Scott Cyrus, and that's a good catch. That was travelling, good technique. This was the wicket. Well struck. .231 for 7.
Andy Bickle with the best of 6 for 4. So New Zealand will know they can't relax at any stage.
How the crowd react in every ball. The Kiwis will be willing to dot.
Good use of the feet. Gets off the mark. Andy Bickle.
He's inside the circle at the moment.
Oh! Bowler's end. In trouble. He's completed the 2nd run. of the over. 6 runs from the last 2 overs for Victoria. 233 for 7.
Scott Cyrus had 2 chances in this over to take a wicket. The catch was the first. The direct throw was curtains. Sticking with the big, tall all-rounder.
Perhaps he may be asked by the New Zealand captain to bowl more of the slow deliveries, which are being 17 balls left.
Now, CJ, I don't understand why they've got the men back on the edge of the circle.
Should be wide. Every time is look to get that Yorker in, because he's aiming to get just outside the off stump. He will take another attempt, second time, second over. He's made it with some risk. Now is being made to keep this man on strike. Well, the batsman was searching for the ball. He had finished the run. No idea where the ball had landed.
If he gets a slower ball, I think he'll go the journey.
Ball strictly direction field. Jacob Oram couldn't get back in time towards the stumps. Batsman was clearly struggling. Was keen to get to the other end. That was hit so hard and went very quickly to the fielder.
That's a great piece of fielding. Or direct hit would have been out. It's great field placement. Fleming's got 2 men, cover, or extra cover and wide mid off. They're only 10 metres apart, but they know that's where Simon's power zone is as well. It's great field placement.
Won't be called wide, so that's a good over. 238 for 7. That's a big blow under pressure. Instant pressure now on Daniel Vittori.
Vittori had the chance to field it himself, but it came too quickly.
Again, use of the feet. That's going into the gap. Tremendous fielding. What an effort that was in the deep.
Well, Lou Vincent's put out a catch earlier on off Simons, but he's trying to make up for it, because this was a terrific piece of fielding. Full length dive, one hand, you can't stretch any further than that. Up to his feet quickly and makes a bullet throw. A little square, another man comes over to the leg side, inside the circle.
Well, they're calling for it, the knob comes in first and then the finger goes up. They didn't bother with the stumping. McCullum, he knew he had the man with the inside edge. So the 8th wicket gone, and the smiles are getting broader for New Zealand.
Down the order, certainly no bunny, as we just look at the Bickle dismissal, and that's a great shot of that inside edge and an excellent catch from Brendan McCullum. The ball deviated, the footwork was good. I know that Steve Rickson, watching back in Sydney town, has done a lot of work with Brendan, will be very pleased to see that technique. Misses 244 for 8.
Oh, stylishly played. Gets off the mark straight away. Gets Andrew Simons on strike.
And Brad Williams is not the worst, not a bad hitter.
Not so much maybe against Jacob Oram when he bowls the 50th over, so this is what will matter. 2 balls of this over. It's gone for 4. Boy, this is turning out to be quite a match.
Vittori bowls this about leg stump. So it's about off stump, and that gives Simons too much room. 1, 2, diving chance. Oh, there's just centimetres in that.
11 runs so far in this over. Last ball of the over.
Catch!
He goes at the same direction. And it's the power of Simon has got a big one. Maybe the 49th over has done it for New Zealand.
The balance of power has changed in the last 3 deliveries. He took the risk. There's a fieldsman out there, and he hit it over his head.
We were talking about the last 2 balls of that over from a spinner, and Andrew Simons was not surprised to see him attempt this. He's got the ability, he knew it. He hadn't played Jacob Oram all that well earlier in the innings, so this was going to be it for him. And he managed to score 10 runs from those last 2 balls. Boy, I don't want to be in Lou Vincent's shoes. He's the man who dropped him very early. Gets the Yorker in. It's a dot ball. Beginning of the twist, perhaps, in the tail. Just halfway there. Darryl Tuffy hasn't gone all the way. Second ball of the over. Gets it in the gap. Andrew Simons will not come back for the second. He'll keep the strike. It's a 3 to win, 5 balls. Simons is on strike.
Yeah, that's a clever shot from Williams. It was a good delivery.
There he goes on the leg side. Gets the one. Won't think of the second. Won't take that chance.
Great throw from the outfield. Andrew Simons thought of 2. That's the 12th man out there, Ian Butler.
2 to win. McCullum has dropped that. Oh, he's on his haunches, Jacob Oram. That would have been a wicket down and 2 to win with 2 balls to go.
Well, McCullum's made a brilliant catch. This is the slower ball. It's a big, fat, spinning edge. Oh. Catchable, no sitter. Well bowled. He did go the slower ball. He took the punt. Oh, that was catchable. That could have been the game, or at least a tie.
Those level fielders have come in. And another catch dropped. And that really tells the story. Twice Andrew Simons has been dropped in this innings. And he has taken Australia to a win. A nail biter, the first one in the series. Australia reached their target, 259. with 2 wickets to spare.
2 drop catches to finish the match. I have never seen that before. Both difficult, both catchable. So Australia do win. Nail biter describes it perfectly. Let's have a look at the last one. The winning run, swipe across the line, the field's in. You can see he's very close. He's there to stop a single, and it is really humming. Oh, this game could have gone anyway, and for me, the Black Caps deserved to come away with more than 1 point, particularly after they were sent in this morning.
Won another game in this TVS Cup one-day try series, so just the 1 loss for them at Gwalior against India, set to score 259 to win. They got there with some effort. Top scorer was Michael Clarke with 70, but Andrew Simons was the man who saw them home.
See, some effort. I think it took a great deal of effort. Tuffy, 10 overs, 4 for 30. He was the standout bowler. Terrific performance from him. Vittori was brought back on at the death in a risky move. It nearly paid off. I thought Fleming's captaincy today was outstanding. Just a couple of drop catches have let them down in the end.